Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday. It's Thursday already. This is Meri at TheMeriAtelier, and let's do some art. Let's do some art. I'm going to use my phone to see chat with. Hi, Maria. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I got Geb. I wonder if I can correct that. Let's see if I can correct that online here in my little studio thing. Let's see if I can correct Geb to Feb. I was sure I typed Feb. Let me see if I can correct that. Go in here and edit it. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not showing up in my studio yet. Well, it'll be Geb. This is the month of Geb. And I don't yet. Let's hit live chat and see if that'll help. And there's Maria. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, it looks like you're the first one here. Good morning, and thank you for coming in. I'm getting to my live chat on the phone here. There you are. There you are. Good morning, Maria. Well, right before, about 5 minutes before I was to go on live here, I spilled my words. I have a whole bag of words that I'm going to work with today. But before I do that, and of course I had to pick them all up. I'm going, it would happen 5 minutes before I go online. So this is the background that I painted last night in Beck's stream. Hi, G. Good morning. You're up early, G. Let me have a sip of tea. So the first thing I want to do this morning is I want to mend this box. The lid keeps falling down inside here. And I didn't pay much for this box. So, and you can see it's getting around the corners here. It's getting well worn and torn. It must have been a well-loved box for somebody. But what I'm going to do, it's a little warped. That's probably why it falls in. What I'm going to do, I think, is put a tab on each side here to keep it, even if it falls in, I can get a hold of it. But let's just see if this works. I have my, let me reach for it. Let me reach for it. Oh, without everything falling, hopefully. There we go. I have this book of scraps, but in here I have a couple pieces of scraps that, let me tilt my camera a little so that you can see better. I'm learning this. Whoops, wrong way. One more. One more. One more. Boy, that was really down. There we go. So, and I have some pieces. Is it these? Yeah, these are just pieces of paper. I thought I had some stiffer ones. I'm not sure I want to use these. Those are Christmas. I wanted something that was more stiff. I might tear out another page because these are really stiff. What do I have back here? Oh, I have pieces to glue in. There's some pattern paper. That was a prompt not too long ago. I could use that. That would go nice. Let's get that out. Well, oh, and I could use this fabric too. All right. I'll set this aside for a minute. Good morning, Ray. You're up early. Your hands keep you up? Are your hands sore, G? Do you like pain in an arthritis or something? Good morning, Ray. All right. I'm leaning toward this. And if I double it over, and I'm not looking for anything stupendous. I just want some, and it won't keep it from falling in. And I just want to make a tab. And I hate to glue it on here, but if I don't, I mean, it will fall anyway. But I think what I'll put in between here, I think I'll put a piece of stronger paper in between that fabric, because it's one of these paper strips. Not that one. Something like, well, there. Something like this, only a little skinnier. Although I could use this and then cut it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. So let's just set this aside for a second. You're going into lurking mode, G? Okay. You just lurk away. Thank you for coming in and saying good morning. I appreciate it that you do that. I got a few things that I want to get done this morning. See, I'm just going to glue this. I'm going to glue this in like this, fold it over, glue this down about to there. Get out my tacky glue here. Oh, and of course I can't get the lid off. Get out the pliers. And I need to let my tacky glue drain out into a smaller container. I'd use that, but I'm using this for something else. So I'll have to find another container for the tacky glue, because it is getting way down to the bottom and I can't reach it. And I know you can turn it upside down, but I never keep it upside down. And this is strong glue. Strong glue. So I use an old paintbrush generally to reach down inside and get me some glue here. And I just want to, I think I'll just glue the paper here. Spread some glue out on it. And put it down right about there. Fold this over. It might come up just a bit. Right about. Yeah. Can't do anything when I got my hands full. Yeah. Fold it over like that. Put some more glue on this side. Oh, Maria's going to lurk too. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and saying good morning to me, though. I appreciate that. It starts my day off on a nice note. Having people to say good morning to, being cheerful in the morning. Even if you don't feel like it. At least I said good morning to her. All right, let's just put that in there. Let's fold this over. like this. Like this. There. Okay. I'm liking that. Let's trim it off. It doesn't, I don't care if it's raggedy. In fact, I kind of like it raggedy. It looks like it belongs. Except for I'm going to trim this. Well, I could put that on the underneath, though, couldn't I? All right, let's see what goes here. Let's see what goes. I'm going to put my pliers back in there so I can find them when I want it. Let's get in here. Yeah. Cut this in half about. I hope this works. I want the pretty tab out here, but put it this way. Yeah. Or I could put it on the sides like that. Would that be enough to lift it up? Yeah. I think I like it here. It's kind of sad to have to glue it onto here, but if I don't, I won't be able to use the thing. Out, and I put my scissors down on the... Hi, Kimberly 557. Good morning. You're up, happy and cheerful. Yay. Always happy and cheerful. You know that your attitude and your mood, take it from Meri. Meri was not always the most congenial person to be around. And if anybody from my high school years, I wasn't unfriendly, and I wasn't, well, but I wasn't the most jovial, I wasn't probably the best person to be around. And that's only because I was so quiet and shy. Not shy. Everybody called me shy. I didn't see myself as shy. I saw myself in my mind as being quiet. I was a quiet person, but folks interpreted that as being shy. And a lot of times I was just trying to figure out things. Huh? So I understand folks who wake up in the morning and go, huh? Is it morning already? Hi, Carlana. You're still under the covers? That's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. Of course, I got glue. You can't do anything neat, can you, Meri? There. So now hopefully when it falls, I can grab it by the tab like that. But now I have to set this aside and let it dry. So let's put the cap back on the glue. And I'm going to squeeze this. I'm going to go find me a little bottle and squeeze this into a smaller bottle so that, gosh, I've had it for a long time. I've had this for a long time, but once it gets down to here, it's awfully hard to get out. Yeah, get the cap on it so that it so that it doesn't dry. Okay, but what I'm going to put in here, let's get these back inside of this. What I'm going to put in here are my drawing pencils. And I'll probably be throwing other stuff in there too. But for now, my drawing pencils and reach for it here, this liquid graphite. And I'll probably get me, I got a pencil sharpener. I'm not sure where my pencil sharpener is. I put butter in this little spice jar, so I'll keep that in there. Keep my pencil sharpener when I find it. It's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. And then I'm going to get me one of those kneaded erasers. So this will become my little, and I'll probably have to put a, I could do that too. Put a, well, I don't want to mess him up. I'll probably just put a band around it. A hairband. But I'm just going to let this dry right now. So I'm going to set this aside. I get a lot done. I get a lot done in the mornings. It's worth getting up. Okay. You're looking at the background here. This is what I did last night in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen. Isn't that cool? It was really not going too well until Aunt Beck mentioned the theme was spring. And I really liked the first two prompts, and I could have stopped. I could have stopped after the first two prompts and been perfectly happy. But I kept going and adding paint and adding marks and lines and big black crows with red breasts that ate all my garden seed. I had to laugh at Holly. She said, "Meri, the crows are eating all the garden seed." So I made robins out of the crows, but that didn't stop them from eating the garden seed. So I painted over them with a gold layer. And then Aunt Beck mentioned something about ladybugs. So here I go with ladybugs. And these are going, this drop sheet is going to be turned into ATCs like these were. And I'm going to do my doodle prompts on them. So that'll give me close to 100. Now I'm shooting for like 130, but if I do a third deck, it'll probably be more like 100 and, well, close to 150. And that should be enough. Like if this is 45, 2 more of these would be very large. I might have to put them in a box. So, but that will give us enough to build the doodle prompt deck. So this, I started sometime last year. And what it is a home, these are ring binders. And this is just 12 by 12 paper. Say watercolor paper, 12 by 12. And I got a couple sheets here just giving it some bulk. Let me turn the page. I can just turn it this way. Come on, come on. What I'm doing here and what I did last year, I haven't done much lately. But this is wax paper, and I used rubber cement to put all my little fussy cutout words. And this has been under, as I'm cleaning out, I found it. So there have been books stuck on this. It's been underneath things, and I'm going, well, does that mean that my rubber cement has permanently stuck all these words on these pages, which is not a bad thing. But so I wanted to test it. So, and I can pull real nice, and I can put them back. Whoops. And I could put them back. So I am happy with the rubber cement trick here. So I'm going to continue. See, here's all my words. If I want words, I can just kind of page through this. So I think I stopped about here. So this morning, what I'm going to do, see, I put words on both sides of these pages. Let me just kind of bend these rings down. I have my rubber cement out. And this is what spilled. It took me 5 minutes to pick them all up, and there's still need to pick some up that fell underneath my little stand that I can reach. But all these words, I have them all in this little bag. Of course, the bag was open, and they all fell out on the floor. And it doesn't look like much until you have to pick them all up. So I'm just going to reach in here and pull some words. Now, I think I was sorting them out by size here, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I've got too many to fuss around with. So I'm just going to start, open my rubber cement jar here, and I just put a dab of rubber cement on these words. So power of 2. Let's just start putting them out here. And so my thinking is I'll keep them with my glue book stuff when I want some, or my mixed media. And you don't have to put much glue, rubber cement on here. And let me tell you, this rubber cement smells. So you'll want to have a little ventilation, which I'm not sure I have this morning. Just put a little dab on there. You don't need to smear them all down. You just put a dot of glue on there, of rubber cement. And rubber cement is a removable glue. It's like putting removable tape on it. But I'm not going to pay all that money for removable tape. Just put some dabs of, you don't need much. You don't need much. And it takes a little bit for them to dry, I mean, but not too much. Yep, I'm getting organized. I'm getting organized. It's slow going. I think I got things put away where I want them. And I'll get something else, get something out. Like I got my little, what I make, the punch that I make my tags with, you know, a little side punch. And I put it away. I know I put it away, but I couldn't find it. And I looked and I looked and I looked. Well, I put it away, but I put it away in the little bin that looks like the bin that I put all the other things in. So I didn't put it away in the right spot. I need a drink of tea. That's how it goes. Summer soiree, power of 2. We all have the power. Company's coming. That's a variety show. I guess I cut out things that I thought I might use sometime. It's wax paper. It's just a sheet of wax paper. And I just tore it off. And then I glued a magazine strip here at the side so it wouldn't tear. On both sides, I glued a magazine strip before I punched the holes in it. You could use page protectors if you have some old page protectors that you want to use. Maybe some that came out of an old photograph album or something. Anything, well, you don't even have to use anything transparent, but anything that has like a glossy surface, like waxy surface. I don't know about gluing rubber cement down to paper itself. I know it will lift off, but I don't know if it might eventually become permanent on there. But I think on a piece like wax paper or page protector, acetate, anything like that, I think you won't get into trouble with it sticking permanently. And I know this has been sitting under a whole bunch of old books. So, and I can still get these up. Here, let me put this down, pull one up here. It's too cool. See, I can still pull this up. And I can push it back down on there. What's this? Better. Let's put better down here. So this is a good way to see your words at a glance. Yes, you're going to have to page through it, but here you would be sorting through if you kept them in a bag or a box. So here they're just kind of out neat. And I was kind of worried when I first did it. Oh, what? That's just bricks, I guess. I guess I was playing with punching. When I first did it, I wasn't sure how permanent this was going to be if it got under a lot of weight, like heavy books on it. But now that I've pulled it out, I know that it's several months old, and I know that there have been books on it. So I'm pretty confident that this is a good technique that will work. And I'm just putting, you don't need to put a lot of glue on there. I'm just putting little glue dots on it. Hi, Beth Schuler. Good morning. Laminate would work but I have a lot of pages here. It depends on how thin your laminate is. But anything that is, if you have strips of vinyl, I suppose that would work too. Anything that has a surface, I want to say a glossy surface, maybe not glossy, but a surface that you can lift things off of. Paper would work, I think, but I'm kind of wary of it. It would be something I would want to test. I'm wary of it, that glue absorbing into the paper, onto the paper page, and gluing it down. I really haven't tested it on paper, but for a temporary bond, it might work. If you know you're going to use your words right away, it might work before that glue has a time to cure, I guess is the right word for it. Savor the dark. I think I'm going to put that right in there. So I thought this would be something I can get done and actually start using. I haven't been using it, but I haven't been doing a lot of glue booking lately. I want to get back to my glue booking. Let's put some little words in here. Here's to you, going old school, healthier. And you don't have to, you could do this with your images too. You could do it with your images. You don't have to do it just with healthier. I think that's on the other side. Let's pull this. No, that's on this. Oh, is there 2 pages here? What's going on here? That must be on the back of one. That might be on the back of In the Know. I'm wanting to pick it up, but that's on the back of In the Know on here. So I can put a word down there. Let's put some words on there so I don't get, well, I'll get food anyway. So I could do I don't know if I will, because I kind of like just filing through my box, but you could put your images this way too. Maybe I could sort my images out by topic, like history, people, that type of thing. Yeah, just put one in here. Yeah. So I won't do this forever this morning. I'll do a couple pages and then we'll move on, because all I'm doing is putting words down on. And I have a lot of words, and I got some more on the floor. Follow your heart. It's a GPS to your dreams. Let's put that in here. You just need a dab. You don't need a lot. Just, whoops, let's put it the other way though. What else do I have that'll fit in there? To heal. That goes to something. Here's a little one. Ball off rug is out of bounds. Replace it where it went off. Penalty 1 stroke. I'm not sure why I saved that. It must go with an image that I have. Well, we'll put it on because it fits. Okay. So I'm just going to turn it over this way. See, here's the example of a piece of wax paper right here. A blank one. And then I have it. Well, actually, I think I used the covers of magazines because they're stiff. The covers of magazines are a little stiffer. And that's what I put on the edge. All right, let's do some more. We'll do one more page because I think I'll have to make some more pages. Just dab it on there. You just need dabs. Goodbye, sugar. Hello, blank. I think I saved it for the goodbye and the hello. Old school. Get some. Actually, I'm going to cut. It's 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Hi, Carl. Good morning, Carl. And who else is in here? Artsy. Hi, Artsy, wannabe girl. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to cut that off. I am gluing fussy cut words, journaling spots, and I'm gluing them down on this. I had started this last year. For those of you who came in, I started this last year, and I wasn't sure. I put it aside. Well, I got involved doing some other things, but I wasn't sure if these glue dots were going to become permanent, or rubber cement. I'm using rubber cement. And I was a little worried that it was going to become permanent on here. I set it aside and it got put under a big old stack of books. So after several months now, I have pulled it out and I have verified that I can still remove my words, and it's still tacky on there, so you can still glue it back down. So that's how I'm going to keep my, because you can see these at a glance. I'm not organizing the journal spots. These are spots that I've cut out of a magazine as I'm doing my fussy cutting and harvesting my magazine. But I have them in a bag here, and just like this morning, I spilled the entire bag. 5 minutes cleaning them up, and I still have some over there on the floor I need to pick up. So, and this way I'll have them organized, or at least put in a book where I can page through. Little French Cottage. Little French Cottage. Let's put that on there. So this is a good way to save your words. And you don't need to make a great big book like this. You can make like a 11 by 9 by 11 or 8.5 by 11. You can make a smaller book. You could even, I don't know, maybe Aunt Beck and some of the ones who do all the swaps, you could even do a little swap book of journaling words and swap journal spots. Swap. Well, we just had a fussy cut swap. Maybe when Aunt Beck comes in, I'll suggest a journal spot a word swap. And she opened my envelope she was my swap partner for the image fussy cut swap. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. we just had a fussy cut swap in Aunt Beck's group. And Aunt Beck happened to be my swap partner. She let me join late, so she traded with me. She's just good that way. And she picked kitties and nature. And I had a hard time finding kitties, and Beth sent me some kitties, and Annie V sent me some kitties. Well, she opened my envelope, and all the kitties that I had, most of them were off of a calendar, and they were huge. And so she she went through all the huge kitties. And I'm going, oh, you got some smaller ones in there too. But she didn't go through those last night. But she did get some smaller kitties. They just weren't as in your face as the large ones off of the calendar were. It'll be interesting to see how she uses those big images of kitties. They're cute. They were off of a calendar. Meri, are you planning these words? Will they peel off okay? Yes, Beth. I started putting this book together. I started putting this together sometime last year. I have a video of it. And when I was doing a lot of glue booking, and I would say that would be the first part of 2018, probably around May, April or May. And that's where all these are from, here. And I've done the same thing that I'm doing this morning. And this book got put aside, and a lot of heavy books got put on top of it. So I can still, here, let's pull these. I've been pulling it off this morning. Let's pull let's pull straight off. So let me get a hold of it. It will gently, you got to, the more you glue that you get on there, but it will pull off. So let's pull another one off. That's, pull gently. Here's American. The stronger papers pull off better, but these will pull off if you're gentle with them. They'll pull off. And that's because rubber cement is a repositionable glue, and you can tack it back down again. Well, I'm going to tack it down again with glue. You can tack them back down again most of the time. But I would recommend, if you're pulling them off, just don't go like that. You want, especially on these more thinner papers. This is a thin magazine paper. You want to pull gently, and that one might be a little hard. That one might be a little hard. I'm trying to show it to you now, and let's see. And you have to be gentle with this. What do I have here? This one's there. You have to be gentle. Be gentle. Let's pull the one up. See, I can pull the one up. Don't just get in there and rip them up. And this is still tacky. You might, if you want to be sure that it tacks down good, you might put another spot on there, but I'm going to tack it back down again. Generally, when you pull them up, unless you decide you don't want it, and I would recommend that. There and back. What was the last thing that you heard? I was pulling words up. I was pulling words up. And let me tell you, the less glue that you put on here, this is Elmer's rubber cement. The less glue that you put on here, you don't need a lot. You just need a dot, hardly a dot. The less you put on here, the less trouble you're going to have pulling it up later. I think I got some of these with too much on there. Here's a Thanksgiving one. But see, it pulls up pretty good. It pulls up pretty good. And then I can tack it back down again. Now I lost the page I was working on. There's my... But I'm going to do this for myself. This is something I'm doing. Whether I'm not making any recommendations. I'm not doing this as a tutorial. I'm not saying do it, don't do it. You just have to. What I will say, if you're interested in it, try it out and see if you if it works for you. I like it because it organizes my words. I think I was working on this page here? I was working on this page. I like it because it organizes my words. Sick just got real. And here, like I had these words, all these words in this sack. And just before I got ready to call, I was a little late this morning. Just before I got ready to go to come online here, I spilled the sack. And all these words fell off on the floor. And they don't look like much when they're in the sack, but you get them spilled on the floor and you'll spend 5 or 6 minutes picking up all your words. Dig in. So I think I'm sold on this technique for me, but here again, I will emphasize, don't put a lot of glue on the back. You just need a couple dots. You just need a couple dots, especially on these thinner pages. Just dot it. And then on the other pages, when you pick them up, just don't think you can rip them up. You got to pull gently on them. I got passport and U. I think it was the U I wanted to save here. But all this is wax paper. But I also put a strip of magazine cover. I know I cut the magazine cover in strips, and then I probably glued this down with Elmer's glue or something here, so it's stronger. And I did it on the other side, and that will keep these pages from tearing at the sides here. I didn't put glue on this yet. There we go. One more down in here. This is it's kind of busy work here, but it's kind of fun to see the words that I pulled when I was fussy cutting them. I want a little word that'll fit. Yeah. Here. Water today. Earth has the same amount of water today that it did 1 million years ago. I guess that's a little factoid. I'm not sure where I would use this. Maybe on a water page. A river. I don't know. I'll use it someplace. All right, let's flip and do the other side. And we'll make this easy. I'll do some of these big ones. The greatest heists of all time. How criminal masterminds pulled off daring thefts but still got caught. That'll take up half of this. Almost half. I guess I thought that was interesting. I guess I could see a page of a little criminal doing a mystery book page or something. Yeah. Let's pull some of my larger images here. Your love of history is what led you to the Smithsonian. I'll put this back inside. Come on. I find these words are hard to pick up when they're on the table by themselves. I think I cut this out for your love of history is what led you to, and then I put the Smithsonian. I might cut that part off, but it depends on how I use it. And I don't need this. It's just a way that I'm getting organized. And here again, a dab of glue. I probably even got too much over here. A dab of glue and pull gently when you pull them up. Don't just rip them up. Especially on the thinner papers. On these heavier papers, here are the lowest. They're the lowest. Everywhere the lowest. Who's really the lowest? That's interesting. I don't know where I'd use it, but it'll come in handy someday. And I'm going to try to get my Ethernet cord hooked up today. The last lane. Let's put that down here. The fast lane. Now I could use that probably in a lot of different pages. The fast lane. Yeah, we'll put it right down here. I'll put a couple in here and then we'll call it quits. You get the idea of what I'm doing. You could do this while you're sitting and watching TV. You make all your pages and sit in front of the TV and glue all your words on it. Let's make a couple. I'll make a couple pages so you can see how I've done that. Let's put one. That's too big. Here's one. Out of this world. There. All right. Got my bag of words here. I should probably clip it closed. I don't have a clip here with me. Here, I'll use a bobby pin. I'm loving my bobby pins, but I got these at Dollar General, and they're made a little wonky. So I would say get them at Walmart. And I buy the longer ones. And I'm just going to clip these words closed here for now. We'll set that aside. Okay, I'm not going to use the Elmer's glue to do the side strips here, but I'm going to rub it off of the Elmer's glue. Elmer's rubber cement. You can kind of just rub on it and it will, it's a rubber cement. You can just kind of rub it off. It kind of rolls up into its little rubbery ball. You'll probably want to wash your hands good. I got it on my fingers. Let's see if the sanitizer will take it off. Yeah. I'll be peeling off of my hands all morning. You're an early riser. Hi, Scotty Allen. What are we all doing up? I get up at 4 o'clock most mornings. Some mornings I sleep late. Some mornings I sleep late, but I find that I do a lot of art early in the morning. I'm ready to go. Tea. Let's see. Getting organized is what I need to do more of. Me too, Beth. Me too. Let's reach and get some wax paper here. Oh, I'm running out of wax paper, but I might have enough to do a couple sheets. Now, this wax paper does not have a lot of wax on it. I get this at the dollar store. So you might not, your dollar store wax paper, really, I like to use it in between my pages. It's more like a parchment paper, or maybe even a deli paper. But I think you'll want to use, like Reynolds has a wax paper. It has more wax on it. So I'm going to reach over here and get that Reynolds wax paper or Wax Tex. Let's see. Here. I like this when I want a wax paper that has more cut right. It's a Reynolds wax paper. It cost me about $1.50, $1.70, but it has more of a waxy surface on it. In fact, it's so waxy. How waxy is it, Mary? It's so waxy that you got to get it started. Come on, get out of here. There. You got to get it started here. Yeah, come on. There. So you want to cut your wax paper about, and I'm using the width of the wax paper, but you want to cut it about the width of your page. That's about right. That might be a little bit longer, but I can fold it under. Where's the, yeah. All right, I'm gonna trim this side off because it was the beginning of the roll there. Now you want some magazine strips. I wasn't planning on doing this. Maybe I can even use this grocery sack as stiff. Let's just cut a side of this. Tanya would love me for using these grocery sacks. Let's just cut a strip of grocery sack here, about the size of my wax paper, which would be right about to there. Trim it off here. You could measure it all out. To me, this is just like a junk journal. This isn't anything that I'm trying for beauty. Let's get my trimmer out here. Let's cut some strips. About 1 inch strips, approximately. Of course, this is going to be a rough cut, but it's enough to make strips on the side, which is all that I want here. Just grab a couple. There. We're just going to do 1 page here. In fact, I might start using this all the time, because grocery sacks are free. Well, magazine pages are free too, but I have to tear the covers off, and I like the idea of doing this. So let's grab my Elmer's glue here. I'm just going to use, I'm pretty sure I used Elmer's glue. Glue it down. And all I'm doing is strengthening the side so that when I put it in my book, it won't rip out on the rings. I'm just making some protectors here. And you could even do with your page protectors. Well, I'm thinking like a junk journal if you wanted transparent. I think it was at the Somerset magazine. Somebody did what they called transparent journal, where they just used, I think they used acetate. I'm not sure everything they used. But I could see it might be fun just to do an acetate page report covers. Buy some report covers and do a clear page art journal. That might be fun. And let the images peek through. I might have to try. That's not an original idea. I think I saw that in the Somerset magazine. Trim off the excess here. Throw this away. Now, I just have 2 punches in here, and I'm just going to eyeball it and put a mark. Doesn't have to be exact. And of course, my punch. The thing about getting organized in your room is when you want something, you got to get up and go get it. Of course, you don't always have to go out, get up and go get it, but you'd have to find it first. Hopefully, by getting organized, I know where I'm going. Like I'm reaching for my paper punch over here. I know I used it yesterday. the day before yesterday. Well, we'll use the crocodile. I think I'll get me one of those shoe protector things that they hang on the door, one of those shoe holders. I think I'll get me one of those and start putting my tools in there. Let's see if everything falls off. That closet door is a little so we're going to punch a hole here. We're going to punch another hole down in here. I should make a whole bunch of these, but I'm not going to this morning. Do a little so show you what I'm doing. I don't want to bore you. And then put it on the ring here. Where's the opening to the ring? There we go. Close her up. Got another page in my blue book. Except it's upside down. There. Ding, ding. Inspired by you. On the road, strong, get the goods. But I will emphasize again, and you don't have to use rubber cement. If you find another glue, maybe I don't want to pay a lot of money, but you could use removable, don't they have a removable glue stick? You might try that. I haven't tried those things. This cost me this little jar of 4-ounce Elmer's glue. I did get it at Allen's, which is a retail store, and they tend to be a little bit higher in their prices. This is the store that liquidated, so I'm not even sure if they have it. Allen's is a regional store here where I live. But I paid $3.19 for this. It might be cheaper if you get it at Walmart, or I'm not even sure you can. You have to kind of look for it. I will tell you, though, if you buy it, they might ask you for your driver's license that prove that you're of age. Because it's a sniffer. Kids can sniff this. So, and you want to use this in a ventilated area. I might try to get I do not buy a lot of removable glue, removable glue sticks and stuff like that. I don't buy those simply because I don't have a need for them, but I might try them on some of these and it might work better than the Elmer's rubber cement. It might not. I don't know. You could try it. If you're of a mind to do this, and it might pick up a little bit better too. I don't know if it will tack down again. I know the rubber cement, you can pull these up and tack them back down if you decide you don't want them. So I'm going to be working on this off and on. I'm going to be working on my cables and setting up my printer today. So that's done. That is done. Let's check out what did I do with it? My box. Here. Let's check out and see how my drawing box is doing. The first thing I did this morning was put these little tabs. They kind of look silly there. If you're a cigar smoker, you think, what did you do to the box, Meri? But this lid was falling. It's warped. It's an old cigar box. I got it someplace, but the lid is warped and it falls down inside. So I glued these fabric tabs on here just to, even if it does fall down inside, I can pull it open. And I'm going to put a band around that. Let me put this trim away here. Let's get a band up here. I got my bands right where I can reach them. I buy these. Dee Dee Willingham has me buying these bands. And I'll just put a band around it like this to keep it. Because I got there. That's kind of cool. I'm liking it. I'm putting my graphite drawing pencils in here. Pencil sharpener, a little bottle for water, and my graphite, my water-soluble graphite. All my drawing tools will go in here. I got a marker in there too, and a little brush. Let's put this down first. And here's the other thing. I could do this. I'm not sure I want to, but let's see. I saw when I was looking at this composition book, I have another one of these, and that'll fit in there pretty good. Maybe I'll put these, let's cut this down. I'm getting organized this morning. Let's just kind of whack this off here. There. Now we might have to trim it a little on the side. Trim it too much. Just a little. Will it fit in there now? It's pretty good. I'm going to put my pencils in here. Let's see. That's the 2B one. That's the HB. These are what those paint brushes came on. And I've been saving them. This is just a regular lead pencil. That's another HB. Or is that no, that's another HB. Oh, I see. These are both the Ticonderoga pencils. We'll put the HB here. And this is, can't read it. Cannot read it. Well, that says HB. How did I, oh, that's a Dixon one. This is the Faber-Castell. Let's pull out one of these Ticonderoga ones. Yeah. Let's pull out all the Ticonderoga. There. I want my HB. 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 I had two different sets. I have a Dixon set and I have a Faber-Castell set. That's how come I got two of them. This is just a regular lead pencil here. All right. Here's the 4B. And actually, because I had a wide paintbrush in there, I can actually get the 6B in there too. And I have an HB. I should have my Stabilo. I was using my Stabilo yesterday. I probably put it someplace else. Here's another. This is just the lead pencil. We'll put it off over here. And the paintbrush in here. Can I get it in there? Yeah, come on. Don't be stubborn here. There. This kind of keeps them nice and neat. There we go. Getting organized this morning. Getting organized. Now I want my drawing tools. I'll just go grab this box. And then I'll put the band around it like this. See, even when I put the band around this, I kind of knock that down in. And that's why I put these tabs on here so I can get a hold of it. It looks like this box it's old. It's coming apart here. Let's glue it. I got it at the thrift store. You got to expect it not to be perfect. It's getting worn. I'll probably eventually have to heal the sides here. I hate to do that. I hate to do that because of this pretty trim. But we're going to leave it as it is right now. Okay, let's check chat. We're talking about the glue book pages. Beth says, I'll do a page for people, places, and things. Yeah. Beth, you might want to try a different type of glue too, other than the rubber cement. If you have a removable glue stick with removable glue. Yeah, getting organized. Scotty says, what are we all doing up? Maria says, Meri, this is great. I came across the big book this morning. I was thinking I needed to do something with it. Oh, cool. Maria, just be careful using regular book paper for that, because depending on the type of glue that you have. Your removable, you want to use like a waxy or a acetate or like my wax paper. You want to use something that will not absorb the glue and stick to it. Scotty is, well, Meri, I'm a night owl, but I do like to finally go to sleep. Scotty Allen, I'm getting, here's the thing about my sleep. I'm getting a lot of remarks lately, probably because I'm doing a lot of lives about, when do you sleep, Meri? When do you sleep? Well, the thing of it is, I do sleep. I do sleep. When I'm tired, I sleep. But I've been doing a lot of live streams lately. And the reason I've been doing a lot of live streams is because I'm doing less standalone videos. I'm finding that my standalone videos, I have to film them, and then I have to edit them, and then I've got to upload them, and that can take 8 hours for one thing. When I do my live streams, and when I do my what I call project streams, which is an unlisted live stream, all I have to do is turn on the computer and hook up the camera and go out there and do it. But I have been getting a lot of comments lately of, Meri, when do you sleep? And I do sleep. I'm very wide awake now. I've had my rest. I'm up and I'm going and I'm ready to do my art. So I do sleep. And I'm not saying that just to you, Scotty Allen. I'm saying it because a lot of people have been commenting on that lately. And it doesn't bother me. I'm just explaining. I do sleep. I'm very wide awake. I'm not groggy. I'm up and ready to go and do my art. Hi, Deborah. Yeah. I was not an early bird in college. You tried to get me up at 7:30 in the morning, and you were in trouble. But and here I have a lot of energy. I used to work 2 jobs. I used to work 16 hours a day, and I just have a lot of energy. And I might as well be doing art and I'm retired, and I don't have that. I don't have a schedule. I have to go to work every day type thing anymore. And this is where I'm putting my energy. This is, it's better than just sitting in front of the TV and going brain dead. I feel like my art energizes me. It keeps my creativity going. And I'm not the best artist in the world. There are wonderful, wonderful artists out there who do fantastic things, but this is just me doing my thing and at my own level. And I would recommend that to you too, not to you personally, Scotty, but to whoever's listening. Don't let the fact that you're not as good as everybody else that you see out there stop you from being creative. Because the more creative you are, the more fun you have and the better you get. Just like with my faces. I did that Julia Ward Howe the other day, and the first time I did it in front of the whole wide world, it come out looking like a man. Well, I learned from it, and I flipped to the next page and I did another one. So you just that's how you learn and grow. That's my little art lecture for the morning. Hi, Deborah, that doings. Beth Schuler's up, Nanamo. Oh, this background, Nanamo, is what I did in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen last night. And let me tell you, if you watch the video from last night, I did a live stream, and I have to hand it to Aunt Beck. She's very good. She was live streaming in her Wednesday night live, and I wanted to film I wanted to film while I was working along with her. So I just did a live stream just of the Dirty Dozen. As she read the prompts, I followed along, and you'll hear me talking to Becky. Becky, when I do that, Becky can't hear me. We're not hanging out. But I went live and did her prompts live while she was doing her live stream. And so this is a Dirty Dozen prompt sheet from out there. I don't have a list this morning. One thing I want to do here is I'm kind of getting organized. This is another Dirty Dozen, and I've cut these down the other day. I cut these down. So what I want to do is I'm getting ready to do my doodle prompts. And I have, I think, 48 of these. So what I want to do is I'm just going to put these so they don't fall. Well, I should probably just put them to the side here. But these turned out really nice. And these yellow ones, these gold ladybugs will go really good in this deck. These two I didn't plan it out. But these red ones go with the ladybugs really good. This will make a fun deck. And I'll probably shuffle them up together when I finally get them all done. So I'm going to use the doodle games that we're doing on Friday nights. And by the way, I will be streaming tonight instead of tomorrow night. I'm not going to go live tomorrow night. I regularly go stream on Friday nights. But I'm going to go play bingo. So I am going to cut. I'm doing the organizing thing today. I need 45 sheets here to draw my doodles on. And I'm using the doodles that we do on Friday night. And I'm going to build a doodle deck so we can do a doodle pick 10. So these are 2.5 by 3.5. So I imagine 2 by 3 is what I want to cut these at. So we're going to start. Let's see how many I can get out of a sheet. So 2 by, and I'm just cutting them 2 by 3. There. Was that 2 or 3? That was 3. We want to cut it 2 here. Got to think here. 2 by 3. I might want to. This is a test. Will this be? Yeah, I want some of the original to show. So I'm going to draw my doodles on here. Except I'll do them on here, so I could make these a little larger. But I think I'll leave it just like that. 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. With a little strip left over. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get 5 out of a strip, and I can get, well, let's see, 3. So there's another 5, and that's not quite 3, but we're going to leave it a little short. We could go this way, though, and make it 3 this way, which I like. So 3 this way. Let's cut this at 2. And cut these at 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can get about 13 of these. I can get 5 this way, 10, about 13 of these out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I want 2 here. So 13 times 3 is 39. I need about 4 sheets of these for 48 of them. Little mental estimating there. And I think I've only played 3 doodle games. So, and then my last one, I only did 5. So if I've only got 25 doodles. I'll do another one tonight. Hopefully do 10. So that will be 35. So I'll have enough of these. Mary's talking to herself. Let's see what's going on in chat. Let's see what's going on in chat. Kimberly said, good morning. Scotty Allen, message retracted. Scotty Allen, Kim, Ray said, Ray was laughing at Scotty. I swear that Walmart has a paper sack monitor. What's a paper sack monitor? You mean they look in, oh, you mean somebody who if you use your paper sacks instead of plastic sacks? The grocery store where we go to still uses paper sacks, which I appreciate. We put our meat. We don't like, because we have to drive. We've got to drive to get our groceries. And so it isn't just across town. It's not that far away, but the grocery sack keeps the meat a little bit cooler. So we put our meat, we put our regular groceries in the plastic sacks, and we put our meat packages in the paper sack. Keeps it a little bit cooler on the drive home. And we don't have like 100 miles, but still. Cheryl. Hi, newbie Cheryl. She said, thank you, Nanny Mo. Nanny Mo said what? Hi, Cheryl. Hope you are well. Hope you're well, Cheryl. That said, I'm going to use a baseball page for odds and ends. Yeah, you're getting organized, huh? Let's see. I want to do 2s here. I've got some of those baseball pages, but here's the thing with using those. Be sure you have your top pages, because if you're putting them in a book, I'm finding this from my little syllabus book. Things tend, like the little bits and pieces, tend to want to fall out of the top of those pockets. And ATC stays in there pretty good, but if you put little bits and pieces in there and you pick up your book, and if you tip it or something, you can spill your little bits and pieces. Ask Mary how she knows that. But I still use those. I use them in my syllabus, my little Society of Idea Collectors. That's what I got them for. And I use them for ATCs too. I have a big book. And of course, like folks like Dee Dee and people that have been doing them ATCs for years have 3 or 4 pages, 3 or 4 of those books of photo albums of ATCs. I've got one filled, but it's in storage. I don't have a lot of my stuff here with me. That kind of, I'd like to start getting some of that stuff back here. Okay, that's 2 pages. This is the 3rd page. And no, I'm not going to draw the doodles on them this morning. I'm just cutting them. I'll draw the doodles later in another, maybe a standalone. This looks like it's already been cut down. This isn't a full page. I'm going to cut this by, or what did I do? Maybe it is a full page, and I don't mind me. I'm mumbling to myself here. I'm okay. It was, I want this at 3 though. I'm just cutting little squares that I'm going to glue onto my doodle. I'm going to draw my doodle prompts on these, and then I'm going to glue them to my deck. These get cut at 2. I'm going to use a baseball page for odds and ends. Cheryl, are you teasing? She did say door shoe, though. What did I say? Shoe trees. Shoe trees. Yes, Ray. Shoe trees are good for and the ones that you can get those shoe trees that come on a metal shoe tree that comes, well, it could be a necklace holder too. I'm not sure what they're called. I found one. Of course, it's up in Madison too. Everything I have is up in Madison. I used it a lot there when I lived in Madison. It revolves around, and it's got the little shoe holders coming like a rack, like a spice rack thing. And I stored a lot of my bits, but I put them in baggies. And I like that. That's another thing I'd like to have back here with me. But the thing of it is, I don't have room for all that like I did up there. I've only got one little room here for my craft there. I didn't have a whole lot of room up there, but I had more than I have here. But now that I have my shelves, I'm going to be a happy camper. I'm not complaining. I got a roof over my head. That's the important thing. I got one more sheet besides this to do. 2. There. And got a whole bunch of these little white ones that I can start drawing my doodles on. There. And see, they'll fit. They'll fit right like this. I'll probably tape them down or glue them down. Nice and straight. And then I'll need to put a number on them. But I'll work that out. Maybe when I get my printer set up, I'll start putting numbers on them. We will see. So I got one more sheet that I want to cut here. And then I'll have that done. This morning's all about getting organized. Getting things, little things done. And I'm not sure who it was. I was watching a video. And I think it was one of the folks when we had that, when YouTube was making people have 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers, and we were helping out the smaller channel, which I am kind of, but I had enough. But I saw it on one of those channels, and I don't know which one it is, but she has what she calls a studio organization day. She picks a day. And she does all the little things like this, getting organized. 2, 3. She'll fill her glue pot and cut. My trimmer's getting fuzzy here. She'll fill her glue pot and cut things that she needs to cut, clean up things, cleans her tools, cleans her stencils and paint brushes. And I don't know if she did it weekly or monthly, but she has what she calls a studio day. And I thought, what a great idea. Why aren't I doing that? Let's see. I want to cut these at 2. So this is kind of, I do get a lot of things like this done in the mornings, though. I get a lot of things done in the morning that I don't normally get done in a night stream on my Friday nights. On my Friday nights, it's all about art and visiting and chatting. And although I'm not, I'm working on talking to people in chat. Beth Schuler says, I got a lot of glue, but no cement, Meri. You enabled me. You might want to try some repositionable, Beth, you might want to try some repositionable glue sticks. That rubber cement, it can be stinky to work with. I like it. It's what we used in our art classes when I went to school, but you might find those repositionable glue sticks a lot easier than I had to hunt around to find my rubber cement. And then when I did, the lady asked for my ID. Of course, I didn't have my gray hair then. She asked for my ID because to sell that product, they have to, it's stinky enough. The young kids were buying it and sniffing it. So, hi, Mark. Good morning, Mark. I didn't see you in. Beth said, I just bought me my first set of drawing erasers and one of those gray ones like putty. Oh, those are called kneaded erasers. Kneaded. Yeah, those are good. I need to get me one of those. I had one, but it got all dirty and eventually I want to replace them. But all right, so I think I have enough here that I can start. I'm not going to do it today. I'm just going to, but I think I have enough here that I can start doing my doodles and putting them on the ATCs. I was using a smaller deck. What did I do with it here? I was using these little shopping tags. See, here's what I did with these. But I don't think that this is going to give me enough room to do all my doodles on here. So I went to an ATC size. I'll use these for something else. I just got a few here. I'll use these for something else, probably for tags or Happy Mail or something. Oh, here's something that can be put in my drawing box. I finally got me some of these little blending tools. Tortillions. These are rice paper. Got them at Hobby Lobby. Paid $2 for 6 of them. About 30 cents a piece. 36 cents a piece. But they last a long time. So I'm going to put that. Those are to like blend your graphite with your lead and everything. And I got some. These cost me. I've never used these before. I'm going to experiment with them. They're called blender pencils. A blender pencil, crayon de mélange. It's French. Colorless pencil used for blending, smoothing, and softening. We'll see how that works. I'm going to put that in that box too. Let's just open it. I'm getting organized. Everybody's saying, oh, Linda. I know. Good afternoon, Linda. Good middag in my horrible Dutch. Hello, Linda. I can say hello. Yeah. Let's put these away. Let's throw these away. And I wish these were in a little, I might put these in a little, let's grab it here. And do I have one? Yes. What's in here? Oh, those are, hold the phone. I get so organized, I don't know where I put things. Well, and I moved them. Here, I'll use this. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. I'll use this. I have these little glass rocks here that I got out for the little skunk. I'm going to put that in the little skunk once I get it made, but I'm going to put these little blending tools in a little resealable bag. This is not resealable. Come on, get out of there. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They're this little, it says on here they're rice paper. Maybe I'll put that in here so that if anybody ever wants to know what these are, put that in there. Deborah says, it looks like you may need to add a pull tab to that paintbrush paper so that you can pull it out of the box. What a good idea, Deborah. I'm way back in chat, but that's a good idea. I'll do that. I'm getting ready to go into that box again here. What a great idea. And look, I got all this scrap paper here. Now I have to put these, I'll put these over on my table and I'll get another little sack to put these in. I moved my little sacks. So I got to figure out where I put those. They aren't where I usually keep them. I cleaned that area up. I'll put them here on this there. All right. Let's go back into that box. Where's my box of tools here? Here. Now see, I just reached over and got that box and just my thumb pushed that in. So that's why I put these pull tabs on here so I can just pull it open like that. The lid is warped. It's an old box. But I like that idea, Deborah. I'm going to do that. Because, as you can see, Deborah was right. It's going to be hard to get that out. But I'm going to put these blender pencils on there. I think I can get 2 in this. Well, I can get another one in there. Hold on a minute. I can put, these held paint brushes. So this was made for a larger paintbrush there. Now let's do what Deborah said and put a pull tag. And I'm just going to use, oops, hit my camera. Gave you guys a shaky ride there. Shaky ride. Sorry. All right, let's put this over and let's use some of this scrap that let's just glue a couple of these. Let's grab some of these strips. Let's grab a couple of these strips and glue them on there. You don't want them too big, but I can kind of fold it over like that. So let's do a couple of them. Good idea, Deborah. You know what? I think I'll use my double-sided tape. It'll dry faster. About like this. Let's read chat while I'm doing this. Great idea, Deborah. Kimberly says, doing great. Doing great. Everybody's saying good morning. Mark said, oh, Linda's here. Linda said, good morning to Mark. They're saying good morning. Mary, copy the box and use it to repair the edge. Gee, that's a great idea. Copy the box. I got to write this down so I don't forget. Gee, if you're still in here, Gee, I love that idea. Let's write it down here. Copy box edge and use to mend. Now that gives me incentive to, I'm going to put that in there when I put things back in. That'll give me incentive to set my printer up. I got to set up that printer. Where did I do with the one with the tape on it there? Let's see, what else are you guys telling me to do? Great idea. I'll bet the cheaper glue sticks will work. I don't know. You'll have to experiment. I don't buy those dollar store glue sticks. I'll tell you what might work. I bought some tape at Dollar General and it doesn't stick to anything. It's double-sided tape at Dollar General. You just pay $1 for it. It doesn't stick. That might work for temporary bond. It might not too. I'd be surprised that it even hold them to the wax paper. Or you might try if you try that, you might just try a regular paper. I'm going to use double-sided tape on this too. You'll have to experiment with different adhesives. I'm using the rubber cement. Meri, you should change your YouTube to night setting. Oh, the chat is black with white. Oh, can I do that here? Let's see. Oops. Let's see. Let's see if I can go into the settings here. I'm not sure. Let's see. I have to go over here to my home page. Settings. Get YouTube, general, autoplay, watch on TV, history and privacy, paid billing, notifications, live chat, captions, about. General. Maybe it's under general. Dark theme. Oh, look at that. How does that, Mark? That's a great idea. You guys are giving me all, I lost my place in chat. Hi, Catherine. Good morning, Catherine Thames. Is that how I pronounce it? This is your first time being able to comment. I've always watched on my iPad and had no clue how to comment. Oh, well, thank you, Catherine. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome to chat. Yeah, I've never had the same issue, and now you're both in here. Yay. Well, let me tell you, once you get into, there's a lot of really fun live streams going on. So once you get, I tell you, it can be addictive. It can be addictive, but it's, well, you probably know that from watching. Let's see, I'm going to make this kind of long and let it bend up. You guys are giving me great ideas this morning. Trim the cardboard on the pencil brush holder too. I did trim it. I trimmed it as much as I can without cutting too close to the elastic. I guess I could trim it up here is what you're saying. Well, I already taped it down. Let's see how much I can trim. I can trim that. All right. You guys, I'm listening. I'm listening. You keep talking. I'm getting great ideas this morning. There. See, I can't trim it too much more here without getting too close to the adhesive, to the elastic. I can trim it a little bit more. And I can put some double-sided tape on that, or some masking tape on the back here. Let's see if that helps. Yeah. Let's get out my masking tape here. You guys are giving me all sorts of great ideas. Just keep talking. I'm listening. I'm listening. Oh, I'm laughing at myself here. Hi, Patricia. You've been up all night gluing? Oh, my goodness sakes. You will be happy when you get it set up. Yes, I will be. Now, when I was going to school, let's do this other one here first. When I was going to school, I had a little plastic Tupperware box that I kept all my drawing tools in. I probably still have that somewhere. I don't think I ever threw that out. It gets pretty dirty with, you put in charcoal sticks and Conti crayon. I've got some Conti crayon sticks that I got too, somewhere. See, as I'm getting organized, I'll put all my drawing tools in this little box. But I love that, what G said about copying the trim and mending the sides. What a great idea. All right, let's see. Mark told me to use the black mode here. Patricia came in. I said it the same way, the American way, Thames. Are you from, where are you from, Catherine? Are you international? Or should I put you, are you in America? Are you in the States or are you international? Sherry Lynn's in the house. Hi, Sherry Lynn. Good morning. Sherry Lynn's my ATC pro. She said good morning to everybody. What time? It's only 6:15. You guys are up early. Let's see. What else did I miss here? Ruth, hi Ruth. Good morning, Ruth. Says, I find my iPad easier than the laptop. I will say that I like this laptop that Anne sent me. I like it a lot. But the chat on YouTube, there, put it in just like that. So I can just pull it out. Yes, ma'am. So those little scraps came in handy, didn't they? So, and then I've got my, what am I missing that you guys are telling me? I've got my little blending tools here, my blending pencils there. I got my graphite sticks. I should make me some little, I get a little tray. Well, no, I got this for water. So if I could put a little water spritzer in here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to dump out or even get a bottle, a little, I could put water in there, just leave it, but no, and my pencil sharpener, I think that's all. And then this little suggestion to, I'll put that there to remind me to do it. So there we go. Yay, my little drawing box. And I got the, whoops. Let's put that away, Mary. I got the little holder, hairband holder. There we go. There we go. Maybe I should put some paper in there. Put my book, maybe a little sketchbook on the back of here. Just, you know, clip it on with this. All righty. So what are you going to do with all these, Mary? Huh? You're going to throw them away? Don't throw them away. They're good paper. You can make 2x2s and inchies out. I don't think these are quite an inch, though. These little one strips here I'll throw away. I'll put them in my, I'll show you what I'll do with them. I've got this composition book. I throw my scraps in the back here. Just like that. It's getting full. Just like that. And then when I have a mind to, let's put this over here. When I have a mind to, I go in and do some gluing down on my, and I might just do a few today. Just because it's only 6 o'clock and a little after 6, and gosh, what am I going to do next? Getting things done. I'm getting so much done this morning. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I didn't make me a list. Usually I make me a list. I have Anne's snow globe that needs to be worked on, but it's over across the room. So this is where I'm gluing all my scraps, bits and pieces of paper. And sometimes I'll come, if I want a piece, I'll come and pull out a sheet for whatever I'm doing at the time. Here's some more scraps. I've got more scraps than pages here. So, yeah, these are fun to do. These are just fun. Look, these are fun to do. I can't do too many pages at once, though, because I have to let them dry. So let's work on a couple pages. I'll use up this older wax paper here. Let's just do a couple pages. Get rid of some of those scraps. Maybe 3 sheets here for extra protection. I only need 1 right now. Of course, I think I left my journal, my 2019 journal, in the other room by my recliner, so I'm really not working in it this morning. I probably could do some things in it. Trying to think what else I could do this morning. What are you all saying to me? Wow, am I way behind in chat? Is Becky in the room? Hi, Becky, Becky. Oh, Becky. Oh, you saw my little ladybugs last night. They're pretty well covered up right now. Let me reach over and get my glue. Oh, and I'll need one of, no, let's see. I need a sponge. And it's all wet. Let's get my towel out here. And where is it? It's way down in there. Hold the phone. I'm getting my glue sponge out. I used it. Did I use it last night? I used it on something. Put it back in the water. Now it's all wet and gooey. I'm squeezing the water out of it with a paper towel. There. I'll have to be getting, well, no, I got a package of these. All right. So let's just start gluing some scraps in the book here. Mark, that was such a great idea of putting it on night mode. I don't know why I don't think of those things. Thinking of everything else. Hi, Barb. Good morning, Barb. You're working today from 7:30 to 7:30 for my friend babysitting. So catch up later tonight. Okay, Barb. Happy babysitting. Aunt Beck said good morning to anyone she's missed. Hi, Lynn. Good morning, Lynn. This is plastic. Do I want that in there? I don't know. Let's see. Here's some of my tea bags. There's pattern paper. Here's tea bags, but let's pull a piece of this. Ruth said, have a good day, Barb. So this morning has been all about organizing for me. I started out by, what did I start out doing? I can't even remember. Somebody help. I put those words in the book. I started out with my drawing tools, I think. Here's Pierre's pattern for that vest that I'm not sure that I'm going to use. I'll put that on top of something. I should get Pierre out and start working on Papa Pierre. Do I want to do that today? After I do this? We'll get him out and look at him. I need to paint his face. Maybe I could paint his eyes. And I'm not sure I want to start gluing his hair on until I think about it a little bit more. Papa Pierre, he's just kind of sitting there patiently waiting to have his hair job done. Ooh, a minus 27, did you say, Barb? Oh. Aunt Beck said it's 64 where she's at. South Carolina. Aunt Beck, I enjoyed that Pick 10 so much last night. I appreciate you letting me go live while I'm doing it. I put a link to your stream so that if anybody wants to find you, they can from my video. Thank you. Q4 here, Patricia says. I don't know what Q4 means. Who else did I miss saying good morning to? Lynn, Barb, Ruth, Aunt Beck, Kimberly, Ray. Linda says, I was thinking of somebody. Oh. Morning, Bear, Barb. Oh, Pussy Willow. Oh, Linda, I'm not going to repeat that. Pussy willows are kind of like don't they grow like in wet, like around the around the rivers and ponds here? Pussy willows. And they have these little fuzzy buds on them. That's what I have on this desktop. Oh dear, let's see. What I want something. I'm not going to use that. Let's see. I'm not going to use that. What's this? I just want a little something. Give a what? I don't know. We'll put it on here. Give a. So it'll go off the edge of the paper maybe. And let's just do a. I think I'm pretty much done with that page. Maybe down there. A little strip down here. Yeah. Grab this out and put it over here. Flip the page, take one of these. And put in here. And I have to move my phone so I can see you. Aunt Beck said she's thinking about making more tags, as the ones she made last night did not turn out the way she wanted to for Wtih tags. Well, that's cool. Does that mean another dirty dozen? Does that mean another dirty dozen? I could do a dirty dozen in tonight's stream if you want. If you want somebody else to call prompts for you, Aunt Beth. We could do a dirty dozen and a doodle pick 10. I'm thinking of things I want to get done in tonight's stream. They're saying good morning. She says, oh dear Barb, it's 64. I'm way behind chat. Carlana says, I'm cleaning out my underwear box, cleaning off my desk. Does Beck do a live stream every Wednesday night? Yes, she does. Well, most every Wednesday, unless she has something, you start peeling up on you, and it may anyway. And let's put this one on for a little contrast. Maybe here. And I'm loving my glue pot. I'm loving my glue pot. Here it's got an old napkin glued around this pickle jar. And I'm using that big gallon size of washable school glue that you get at Walmart. Supposed to go up to 70 and 75? Oh my goodness. You made a playlist of Lisa and Tanya and Jeri's journal videos? That's a great idea, Aunt Beck. So you can just reference the playlist. Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool project. That was a cool project. Now let's just put this in here. Maybe down lower. I will say, though, I don't think I'll use flashcards again for that because I covered up all my flashcards. I think I could have gotten by with a cereal box, or that's what Tanya used, was a cereal box, Lipton soup boxes. Here, let's put this circle down in here for the fun of it. Let's put that circle down there. Let's glue it. And I got some scribbles here. Scribble when I was doing my scribble stamp. I can tear it off there and tear it off here. Put it right in there. Scribble stamp. That was the other thing I was going to do this morning. I was going to make some of those little peg stamps. I'm going to do that yet. We'll just hurry up with this. I knew there was something else. I have to make a list or I forget the things that I want to do. Come on, get in there. We're hoping to skinny in on to spring without having to buy more fuel oil. Well, I hope you can too. I hope you can too. I don't blame you. My folks always had to buy. They had a big old. They bought gas. The old gas truck would come and fill it up. It cost them couple $100 to fill up that. You know, they had one of those big old tanks out in the yard. I hated to mow around that thing. When I mowed their lawn, I hated to move that lawnmower around that gas tank. It scared me to death. I thought it was going to explode on me. Oh. Mom did it all the time when she mowed the lawn. Didn't scare her one bit. Scared me to death. But Mom, it could explode. You get a spark from the lawnmower and you go up in the air. What's this? There's a bicycle. Yes, sir. Bobby's dream. It's a dream bike. Bobby, let's cut the margin off here. It's got Donald Duck on it. Yes, sir, Bobby. It's a dream bike. How your eyes will light up when you see your new Shelby Donald Duck bike. It's everything you. And that's the end of my story. Let's put it in the center. Yes, sir, Bobby. It's a dream bike. I got some more scribble stamp here. Let's see, what else do I have? Those white. Shelby. Here's the rest of it. It'll be a picture and never forget that thrill of ownership, the flush of pride you'll see on your child's face Christmas morning. There's no bicycle like Shelby's Model 52 and 53. I'll put it down in here. Now only start your Merry Christmas, Bobby. Now, this is all about Bobby's Donald Duck Shelby dream bike. I must have used something off of here at one time or another. I'll put it there. Put it here. Yeah. No, I like it up there. Merry Christmas, Bobby. This is just blue. What else do I have? Text. See, I save a lot of these that are just a lot of these white strips. I don't know. I guess I'll do something with them. And I'm not sure about these Kleenex ones. I didn't want to throw them away. Here, I can use that. Can use this. I'm getting all these white strips together in one pile here. I'm going to put them back at the back when I get there. Oh, dear me. Another white strip. There's some red. All right, I'm thinking. I know I'm thinking on. I'm thinking. Now, this is really the type of pages that you don't have to do too much thinking on. This is more just slapping scrap on your page. Let's put some of this. I used this for something in around Christmas for a mixed, probably in one of Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozens where it said use tissue paper. Come on. Just trip it there. Let's put some. Put it down in here. Bobby's Christmas page. He's getting a bike, a Donald Duck bike, a Shelby Donald Duck bike. And let's put some more down here. There. All right. Let's do one more here on the back. Right there. I still got some stuff to glue in. Do I? I don't know. Got these white. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with all those white scraps. I've got my little Christmas. This was from our Christmas dinner. I don't know if I want to use that in here. I could. Use half of it anyway. Can I get it separated here? Well, let's do it this way. Oh, thank you for putting that link in, Aunt Beck. Doodle, please. Tonight you're talking about doodling? I'm way back. Are you guys buffering? Sherilyn's talking about canvas paper. Someone posted a picture of a box with a cutout in it. I think it was a Pic 10. It was beautiful. Sherilyn says, oh, thank you, Ray. Order comes from Amazon. Sherilyn's talking about the canvas paper that she ordered from Amazon. She's going to use it for a journal page. I'm going to put this snowman across here. This will be a fast 2-page layout. Might as well use it in here. I might find something that I'll want to use it on later, and it'll be, I can tear it out of here if I want. You can see the lines behind him. Oh, well. Looks like he's going to school. I didn't get much glue under there. I'm going to save this other one for something else. Let's see, what else do I have? An envelope here that I should probably use for Tanya's. I'll save that for Tanya. Let's do some more Christmassy stuff here. Tissue. Get this done pretty fast. There, and maybe, come on, Maybe over here. Yes. Scott's purring. I can hear him even with the earphones on. He must. He shifted to the center of the mattress. He's snoring. My brother sometimes will laugh in his sleep. He'll fall asleep in the recliner. And he'll laugh. I mean, it must be funny. I don't know what's going on with it, but his dream, but he's laughing. And he gets I sit there and laugh at him. Oh dear. He says he has crazy dreams. Sometimes he'll yell, you know, sometimes he'll yell out like, "Hey!" And I asked him once about that. I said, "What were you dreaming about? You were yelling." He said, "Becky," he said, "there was a cat jumped on his face." And he said that cat was on his face and he was trying to get the cat out of his face. In his dream. Oops. Well, there goes that. I pretty much have used up those scraps except for these tissues. I got plenty of this tissue. I'm not going to use it all on this page. So we got tissue. I got some scribble paper. I've got some blue. What else do I have down here? What more? White bits. White bits. Tissue. Yeah. I'm going to fold this tissue in half and put all these white bits in it. Like this. Here's some text. I'll put this text down there. Don't have any idea what it's about. Tore it out of a book someplace. We'll just put it down the side here. And look, there's some Christmas here we can put down on top of it. And just glue that right down there. Oh dear, I have some blue. It'll go on good right there, maybe. Maybe the other way, this way. Ah! This way. Now I just have that little corner down below. I used a lot this morning. I used a lot. I have some, oh, these cardinals will go good on here, right in here. This was fabric, Christmas fabric. Probably got it at Hobby Lobby. Could have gotten it at Walmart. You don't want to fold that book shut until that glue is done. Let's see what else I got. Got a little bling. Should I put my bling on here? Bling is falling apart. Got another blue, another white strip. I'm just going to tuck those in. I got my tea bags. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm sorting. Yeah, I guess you can. I got my tea bags and got some strips here. Oh, I guess I got quite a bit left here. Now I'm just going to tuck them all in there. Tuck them in here. I'm cleaning up my scraps, tucking them in between that napkin there. Like this. Tea bags. Put them in there. And then let's take I need 4 hands. I'm going to put another sheet of wax paper in here. No, I think I'll just set this aside to dry. That's pretty gooey. I'll just set it aside to dry. I'm not going to close it up until it's dry. That old grocery bag that I used for the... Okay, I have one more thing I want to do yet today. Let's clear all this off. Becky can see the pretty drop paper that I have here. Let's put things away. Put my envelope away here. I need a rubber band or something around this. Very carefully move it over here. All right. Put my wax paper away. Throw my sponge in the water. Close up my glue jar here. Let's wipe it off a little. Alrighty. I really need to clean this jar good, but that's good for now, just so it doesn't spill. Alrighty. Let's see what chat is saying. You guys are way ahead of me. Wow. When we first got together, Scott had horrible night terrors about Navy sea fire training. And he'd wake up screaming. Oh, I could imagine. My brother said that when he was on that destroyer, that the sailors slept right underneath the big guns. And I'm going, you mean, I think that would be the most illogical part of the ship, to put the sailors that sleep underneath the guns, not only for the noise, but if they got shelled or something, you think that, or, maybe they weren't worried about it, but you think that the guns would be what would get hit first. You think they'd be a target. If I were going to design a destroyer and have the sailors sleep, I'd put them on the other side of the boat. I guess if they want to kill the sailors, though, they could shell the other side of the boat. So he chilled over time. Yeah. My brother doesn't talk about it a lot, but I think he has a lot of... He told me a story once that just, I shook my head. He was on a destroyer, and it was during the Vietnam War, and there were some Vietnamese out in a little boat, and they had to go out and talk to them. They were approaching the destroyer, and they wanted volunteers to go, or they chose him or something. Anyway, he was in the little group that went out and met those Vietnamese, and that, that can be scary, because they can, I don't know if they do it now, but they could lure the sailors out there and then kill them. I thought that was pretty scary, but I guess they needed people with different skills, and they needed, my brother was mechanical. He was an engineer down at, the engines, down the boat engines. And so they needed an engineer to go, and he got chosen. I don't know if he volunteered, if he got chosen, but they sent a group out to meet those Vietnamese in their little dinghy boat, whatever it was. And my brother talked about that. I don't know. That to me sounds kind of scary. And he said when they got out there, they couldn't talk American. They didn't know any American. And so they kept saying Hanoi, Hanoi. And I guess the leader of... My brother wasn't the leader. He was just part of the group. I guess he said, no, we're not taking you to Hanoi. I don't know whatever they did with him, but that was kind of an interesting story. And he wrote a whole bunch of letters home to Mom when he was in the war, over in Vietnam. And Mom saved them all in a box, And when Mom passed away, my brother got that box of letters, but then he gave them to me. And I've got all those letters that he wrote home to Mom, and I need to get them out. They're in storage too. I need to get them out and organize them, because that's really a personal family history. His granddaughter might be interested in those when she gets in high school or something like that. So, and there was a letter in that box. It must have Mama got it mixed up in there or something. It was from my grandmother to my dad before he married my mom. And she wrote it with a lead pencil. That's probably all she had, was tablet paper and a lead pencil. And of course, it's starting to fade out. But I could make out, she said, I'm happy if you're happy, and to that effect. That was interesting. Sherry Lana says, I feel so bad for those who had to go through that. My son has a brain injury from a drunk driver and had to rehab to learn to walk and talk. Rehab and lots of from the Army there. Yeah. Our service men and women, they put a lot on the line. They deserve their veterans benefits, believe me. And we owe them a lot for our freedoms. Nanny Mo says, I'm sorry about your son, Sherry Lynn. That must be terrible. Yeah. Patricia, my brother was on a destroyer that accompanied the big boats over there. And they did a lot of shelling from sea to land. So I'm not sure everything that he was involved in, because he doesn't talk about it a lot. But when we were at the VA, he lost his hearing. And I can imagine being underneath those big, and he worked in the engine room, and he lost his hearing. And so he gets VA benefits. But we were just up there Monday, and he got a new hearing aid. But they take pretty good care of him. The VA, I'm really happy with our VA here locally. They make sure he gets to his appointments. They're trying to get him to go to the dentist, but he won't go. I don't blame him. He hates the dentist chair. But, he gets his medication from them, and he gets a yearly checkup, and he's pretty healthy. I wouldn't say he's in the prime health, but they give him a yearly physical, and the whole thing. And he's deaf. He needs hearing aids to hear, and but he didn't lose an arm and a leg or anything like that. He wasn't in the fighting as far as on the land, thank God. But yeah, they take good care of them. And I think if anybody deserves our care and our respect, it's our military. We can sit here and support our country as best we can, but they have to go and fight for it. I mean, when you're called up for duty, you're called up for duty. And back when my brother he was right out of high school. He was just a young man. And they had the draft back then, and he decided to join the Navy instead of getting drafted. So that's what he did. He never gave up. That's the thing. Good morning, Journey. Yeah, Sherry Lynn. Sherry Lynn's, I keep telling Sherry Lynn, she's a big blessing to her family. She's taking care of her family. Patricia says, my husband was on the Robinson and Kitty Hawk. Cool. I think the boat, the destroyer that my brother was on when he first joined, when they first deployed, I think I heard him on Monday. He was talking to another veteran. I think he said he went through 3 deployments to Vietnam, 3 separate, I don't know how they do all that, but he said 3 deployments. But the first boat he was on was the Nicholas, I think, and it was a destroyer. And I looked it up on the internet, and it was an old boat. I think it was an old World War II boat. And they eventually, I'm going to sneeze again. They eventually junked it, even when Two, when he was in the service, they junked that boat. And excuse me for sneezing in your face. They junked that boat, and then he was on another boat, and I keep forgetting the name of the other destroyer. But the destroyers accompanied the big aircraft carriers. And I can't remember the name of the aircraft carrier that they accompanied, but they were kind of the sidekicks to the big aircraft carriers. Teresa says, my husband was a generator operator in the Army. Oh, what about Journey? Oh, Journey, I am so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. That is so sad. That is so senseless. Don't drink and drive, you silly people. You silly people that drink and drive. Not you, not people in here. Excuse me. I hope I'm not getting a cold again. I've sneezed 3 or 4 times this morning. Yeah, one of my best friends in college, she and another good friend, after college, they went down to Dallas. And they both eventually got married. They were good friends. They were my friends, but they were really good friends. And they both got married. And cutest little red-haired girl. I just love her to death. I love her still today. But she got married. She had two young boys, and her and my other good friend went shopping one afternoon, and they heard all the sirens and everything, and they wondered what was going on. And it turned out that a drunk driver had head-on crashed into the little redhead gal, into her husband, killed him. So sad, so sad, so senseless. So let's move on to some other things. I just love this. I'm gonna, and Aunt Beck, I was showing earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but here's from the other pick 10 that we did before we did this one. And don't these go? They match. This will make a wonderful deck. A wonderful deck of doodle prompts because they just match. This matches. When I get these cut into ATCs, they'll match up. Huh. That's interesting, Sherry Lynn. Yeah, I just love how that worked out, Aunt Beck. It's probably the gold. But, even the red in here matches the red ladybugs. Those red ladybugs saved me last night. It was not looking too good until we put the ladybugs on it. So I'm sure glad you mentioned ladybugs. What I want to do, one more thing I want to do, and I might have to zoom in. I want to do some little peg stamps, but I don't have little pegs. So I'm wondering if I could fit my stamp here into the back of this. I'm wondering, there might be a ridge on it. I might just glue them onto the front. Can I tell what color? Yeah, it says peacock feathers. I want to do some little peg stamps. I don't have anything. Oh, I could glue them on. I have some empty glue. I'm going to do that. For the fun of it, just for the fun of it. Let's see, I've got one in here, I think, toward the back. Here, this is an old dried up one this was disappearing purple. And it's all dried up in there, but I'm just going to leave that in there. You could glue it on you can make peg stamps out of these. Glue this onto here. I've got a cap. I've got some old paint caps. I'm going to use this for now. And let's see. I'm going to throw this away. I could use that too, but I'm going to throw that away. I'll save this for something else. I got a couple ideas for this. We'll put it back in my drawer. Paint caps, any type of bottle caps will work. Now this, I looked at, Oh, aljohn, Amy was making peg stamps. And I put a link to that on my community tab. But I'm going to make it square, and I'm going to carve a little. I'll do a quick little carving, and then I'm going to glue it onto here. Hopefully it'll dry fast. So let's get out my carving tools. Hold a minute. Let me go over here and get my carving tools. I'm getting organized. I know right where those are. I've got them in boxes. See, this is another cigar box that I have my carving tools in. And I had to mend this box, but I wish I would have. Well, let's just be brown there. All right. So let's see. I want this one and this one, I think, and a pen and a soft pencil. And I think I'll just draw on there with my pen. Whoops, the camera with my head. And then this is the box that I keep all my stamps that I've already carved in here. I've done quite a few. But here's my Penelope stamp. They're pretty dark now. And then here are all my little eraser stamps. Here's my scribble stamp, my gargoyle one. Got some re-inker here. Here's my crowd stamp. And my New Year stamp, I'm going to cut that apart, but I'm not going to do it here. Then I got all these little eraser stamps. Should carve some more. There's some hearts. I gotta keep my hearts separate. It's Valentine is coming up here. I'm going to keep that out and maybe use it in my 2019 February journal. I'm going to keep that out. All right, and then I keep an extra eraser in here. And this closes pretty good. I got this box at the thrift store. Handcrafted chocolatier. Let me set this aside. And what shall I do? Let's see. What are you guys saying to me? I'll catch up with chat. You're always telling me good ideas, so let's put this rubber band on here. Let's see what you're saying to me. Earthquake? You had an earthquake, Lynn? Are you okay? Was it a what do they call those light ones? A shimmer? Shimmer? Is that what they call them? Earthquake. Oh, thank goodness, from California. I was ready to drop to the floor and look for cover. Oh my, Lynn. Is that happening now? Thank you, Becky, for putting that peg stamp video link up. Thank you so much. That is such a cool idea. Oh, how about a ladybug stamp? How about a ladybug stamp? Since I drew all sorts of ladybugs last night, I got them fresh in my mind. Let's do a ladybug stamp. Let me get my knife out here. Well, I'm curious to know if Lynn's got on shaky ground there. Oh, I hit the camera. That's funny. Earthquake. I hit the camera with my hand. I thought Lynn was going through an earthquake. I did too. Well, I'll have to be careful, Lynn, that I don't scare you when I hit the camera with my hand. That's funny. That is funny. I'm going to have to get me a new blade for this. Now, I will say, I think this Speedy Carve, I think this Speedy Carve cuts a little bit harder than those erasers do. It's a little bit more of a firm. So I'm going to end up gluing this to my cap here, and I'm going to use it as a peg stamp. That's where I'm going with, but I think I'm going to draw a little ladybug on here, and I might have to zoom in a little so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Well, Lynn, I'm so sorry to scare you like that. Oh, that's funny. That was funny. I'm just kind of cleaning this up a little. Come this way, Meri. Probably making more of a mess than cleaning it up. All right. I think I'm going to have to chip off a blade there, but I'm not going to do it this morning. And I want to put this back. We'll keep that out. I'm going to zoom in just a little so you can see what I'm doing. 5 a.m. She's half asleep. Glad to know I still have reflexes. Well, Lynn, if you need to go, because I know you have a full day ahead of you, and sometimes I would rather you get your rest than... I'm going to zoom in. Not that I don't appreciate you being in here, because I do. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. I need to move it this way. I like it centered. I'm playing with my camera. I love this new camera. Thank you, Annie V and Ann. Let's see. I want to move it this way. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Let's zoom in one more time. There we go. There is something I'm still working out, though. When I watch my videos, like, I got to go back and watch it again. I don't know if it's how YouTube is processing it or what, but I noticed at the beginning of the video, when I watched it before I let it go live last night, my hands were doing this thing, and it skips. I thought it was my phone, because it would skip on my phone. It skips some of my words when I'm talking, but it does it with this camera too. So maybe I'm talking too loud. I don't know. I'm going to carve my little, I'm going to draw him right on here. My little ladybug. And it's a her, it's not a him. So stop calling me him. And I'm going to make the wings kind of open like this. And like this. You can make it a little larger. Hi, 80 Dog. Good morning. I'm making a peg stamp of a ladybug, because we did ladybugs last night. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are alone. I don't know the rest of it. That may be the end of it. Let's put it like that and like that. Now, the question is, do I want to carve? I think I'll carve out the circles. And I want 3 of them. So I'm just going to carve them out. Maybe a little one if I can. Circle, a circle, and a circle. And I'll need a white line in there and dark. And all of this around these will be black or red. You're sleepy again? Did anybody hear from Ruby? Yes, Linda. Ruby showed up in one of our chats recently, here this past week. She showed up in Aunt Beck's last night, didn't she? Or she showed up in my chat, or maybe it was Lisa's or Tanya's. I can't remember. She showed up in a couple of our chats here in the past week. She has multiple sclerosis, and she said she had a relapse or something where it really knocked her for a loop. Okay, this doesn't look like much right now, but when I carve it, I'm going to have to carve a white line in there and a white line there. We'll see how this turns out. We'll see how this ladybug stamp turns out. I might test it before I glue it onto my cap. Okay, so I'm just going to go around in here, and I could do a whole little insect series, couldn't I? Flies, mosquitoes, ladybugs, grasshopper might be a little long, but I could do him on a different stamp. What else could I do? Mosquito, a fly, a ladybug. That will fit a little stamp like this for an insect series. Yeah, we were glad to see Ruby come in and say hello to all of us. We were getting worried about her. She gifted me a huge jar of gold paint, and I need to get that out and start using it. I'm getting low on my other gold, so maybe I'll go use this that she sent to me. Bumblebee, a dragonfly. Oh, good. Yeah. Here. Let me grab one of these. This will be don't send me too many. I can't write everything. Let's see. A fly, a bee, a little ladybug is what I'm doing now. A ladybug, a dragonfly, an ant. That's a good one. An ant. The grasshopper will be kind of too long for this. I suppose I could make a little grasshopper. I'm going to put him on there and we'll think about it. Grasshopper. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got the ant, dragonfly, bumblebee, frogs. Frog isn't an insect, but he could go on there. Frog. I got the fly, Sherry Lynn. All right, let's finish carving. I want to get 7:18. I want to get this done this morning. Shouldn't be too hard to carve this out. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children are gone. Except for one, her name is, and she is Anne. She crept under the frying pan. Or her name is Anne. She crept under the frying pan. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children, I say, are alone. Are alone. Except for one, her name is Anne. She crept under the frying pan. Paw prints. So paw prints. All right, I see a list coming up tonight. Stop. We're going to do a list tonight of things that I can do for for peg stamps. Amy, I'm not going to write any more down. Yeah, it's a scary story, isn't it? I'm not going to write any more down. I'll do a list tonight in my live stream. That'll be my list. Amy aljohn did a whole set of little peg stamps. They are so cute, but I don't have the smaller pegs, so I'll have to get some. But I'm going to use my glue, the caps off of my empty bottles. I threw a whole bunch away. I should have kept the caps. I didn't keep the caps. But this will give me an incentive to use up all that old paint. The lists really are fun, aren't they? I love it. I love doing those lists in the live streams because I get such a variety of ideas. You get all these people thinking and contributing ideas, things that I wouldn't dream of. And some of them are really funny and some of them are good. Like that list, I still need to get out there and put my old shoe stories out there. Hashtag shoe stories, Aunt Beck, is what I found for it. I still need to get out there and put that out there. And I need to put my list of what to do with an old shoe and a couple of other lists that we made that I just haven't got it done. Put them on my community tab so you guys can copy them. It's coming. It's coming. Maybe I'll try to get that done today too. I keep busy. Yeah, I keep busy. This art keeps me busy. Dollar store that has that game. Oh yeah, that was, what did she call that game? It's a kid's game. I was thinking you could get some of those little square wooden pieces on a like a dowel type thing at and I don't know if they sell the square or not. But you can get them at Hobby Lobby, or you might be able to get them at the hardware store, like at Menards. I don't know if Menards has them. I know Hobby Lobby has them in the woodworking part. Michael's might have them. Scrabble pieces. Yes, Sherry Lynn, that would be good too. An old Scrabble game. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire. Your children are alone. How did the rest of it go? Something about Anne. They were all gone except for Anne. She crept under the frying pan. Oh dear. Well, I'm just going to take and empty these in my wastebasket off to the side. Can you all see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can pretty much. This shouldn't take me too much longer. It's not a difficult stamp. Come on. I might have to start putting some new blades in my tools, but when I carve the erasers, those Pentel erasers, these do really good. So I haven't been changing the blades. But the Speedy Carve is just a little bit more firm. It's a little bit harder to carve. So I probably need to change the blade. But I'm not going to. Not now. I'm not going to fool with that. There we go. Maybe around here again now. Let's empty this. All righty. There's the negative space. Now let's come in and do the detail work. Shouldn't take too long. Let's see. The head comes. Oh, don't mess it up now, Mary. The head comes there. I'm wanting to get my nose on it. That should be enough. And then she's got two wings that come this way. And this way. Now I just need to do the little dots, but this is bothering me here. Let's get some of this out of there. And when I do the little dots, what I do is I put my blade down like this, and then I turn the stamp, and it kind of drills a little hole. Get it out of there. My daughter carves wooden pieces. Oh, that's cool, Teresa. Journey's in the house. Ruth is in the house. Lynn is in the house. Sherry Lynn says, my tea just exploded in the microwave. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Sherry Lynn made her tea longer than what she expected, I guess. Well, that would be scary. Put another one down here, except I need to turn it. I think I can get another one. That one's, let's turn it that way. I think I can get another one on here. There. Let's make this one a little larger, maybe. Now, just about done here. Just about ready to stamp it off and see what we got. Let's do the dots, the little dots over here. These should be black dots, but I'm not going to carve all of that out. That'll take too long this morning. That's really more precise, carving all those little circles. It's easier to drill them out. That one's not coming clean. That one's being stubborn. One more. That went good. Let's try this again. Yeah. Okay. So let's stamp it off. We'll stamp it on one of these little pieces here. Oh, yay. I don't have my little stamp books out. I need to get out my little stamp books. I should start me a new one for 2018. Oh, he's cute. Now, I think what I'll do is kind of clean up in there a little. I'll clean this up just a little here. And a little bit right there. Yeah. And maybe, I think I like the head. Maybe I'm thinking, though, that this side needs to be a little bit shorter. Not too much, Meri. Just a tad. There. Let's do it again here. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are alone. All are gone except for Anne. She hid under the frying pan. I got a little... This bothers me. This is not stamping off too good. What did I do here? This is that one I had trouble carving out. It doesn't want to carve out too well. Oh, you guys are way ahead of me. Safe travels, Faith. Oh, yeah, Faithfulness, she watches and listens while she's going to work in the morning. She listens to me on her commute. Oh, dear. You guys like it? I am going to have a long day today, but you know, Aunt Beck, I do rest. I'll probably take a little nap in the late morning, early afternoon. I do get my rest. I keep telling you guys I sleep when I'm tired. And here's the thing, Aunt Beck, I'm thinking about doing another impromptu tomorrow morning. I have projects that I want to get off of my desk, and as long as I'm working on them, I might as well be doing my live streams and doing them live. I'd like to take you guys to bingo with me tonight, but I don't think they'll let me do it. All right, one more thing I want to do here is glue it to this cap. And I'll probably just have to glue it and let it set. And I'm going to use some more of that Aleene's tacky glue. And we'll see if that will glue the rubber down. I got to get my fires out again. Yeah. I'm going to turn this upside down in a bottle with a lid on it and drain all that tacky glue out. So let's go ahead and glue it down. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. Well, I'm not an experienced carver. I got last year I got started carving with when Vicki Brown and Barb Clark were doing Julie Faye Fan Bowser's I think it's December. Is it Carved December? Every December, Julie Faye Fan Bowser has a Carved December challenge. I don't know. I might have too much glue on there. And I got started doing the carving with them. I had carved before, but not for a very long time. Now, I'm just going to let this set and dry. So there you go. So what did I do this morning? I can't even remember what I did this morning, Aunt Beck. Let's see. I started out by fixing that drawing toolbox. And then I went in and glued down some of my stamps. I cut my, let's just get them out here. I cut my, I have one more thing I want to do before I leave. Let's just go ahead and clear off everything here. One thing more, and here's my heart stamp. I'm going to start stamping. Here, let's just stamp it off on here. Let's grab one of these while I got my stamps out. I carved this quite a while ago. It's just kind of like a little background stamp. I'm going to use this in my February journal. Maybe make a borders, some borders. Heart, background hearts. So, but let's put my tool, whoops, got to take things off. Turn my toolbox right side up. Put my carving tools away. So I should put one of those tabs on this too, but I don't want to mess up the pretty unless I have to. So we're going to do a list tonight. I think that's everything. The pliers go back in the drawer, Meri. Ink pad stays out. Put this back. I'll put this aside to dry. Put it right over here for now. Move my phone. Move my tools. Move my tea and turn this upside down. I'm going to paint the back of this. This will be my last thing today because this will have to dry. Move my scissors. Move my phone. I have to zoom out. Hold the phone. I have to zoom out here so you guys can see my desk. Now you're just seeing my tea with my tea bag in it. Oh, dear. Let's zoom out. Out, 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 out. One more time. Out. Oh, now you're seeing everything. Let's go back up one. There. Let's go down one. Up one. Up one. There. Now you can pretty much see the entire sheet of paper here. It ends here. Let me get these. Have to move things around because when you paint, it takes up almost the entire desk. I'll move my tea someplace safe. What fell? My phone fell. Oh no, Sherry Lynn! I hid you. I got you back. My phone fell and it hid you. I'm so sorry. I think Sherry Lynn, say something. Say something, Sherry Lynn. I think she's still here. I unhid her. My phone fell and it hid her. I hate that phone. Sherry Lynn, say something. Those were, let me get one out for you, Tanya. I'll show you. I have them right here. I keep an extra one. These are this is the box I'm keeping my stamps in. It's a Pentel high polymer eraser. They cost about, well, I paid retail $2 for this. You can get them in a pack of 3. If you watch for them, you kind of have to watch for the pack of 3, or you can buy them online too. You can buy them cheaper at Amazon, but not that much cheaper. They're kind of an expensive eraser as far as erasers go, but they carve real nice. And you can carve on both sides. Some of these I have 2 sides carved. This one, I did a doodle carving here and a nutcracker there. They're thick enough. They're about a ½ inch thick. So, and they do make a larger one, but you pay more for it. They're kind of expensive, but I think they're worth it. And you see, I used quite a bit of them here. I got a whole bunch of them at that liquidation sale, or I wouldn't have this many. So that's the eraser that I'm using. Sherry Lynn, did you say something? I didn't slap you. I dropped the phone. I dropped the phone and it bumped your name. I'm so sorry. I was clearing off my desk here and my chair pulled on the cord. Sherry Lynn, I would never slap you. Well, I might if you say something bad, but you wouldn't say anything bad, would you? All right, we're going to paint this as my last thing of the day. So I do use a brush, and let me get it out here. I do use a brush when I paint these. You can scrape paint across them, but I kind of like doing the brush thing. That's pretty clean. And what shall I do? It's gold and red on this side. It's not, well, it will matter because we're going to use a deck of cards. What did I used red? I don't know what happened to my red. I set it someplace and I can't find it. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see if I got another red. That's what I did with my red. I'm always setting things someplace and then I'm trying to find them. Do I have another red in here? I got all kinds of. We might go for the bronze today. Is there a red back here? Here's a red. How empty is it? It's full. I got a red. This might be the one I was using the other day. And I think I mixed the bronze in with it. So we're going to do with the red and bronze again. You duck your hubby and he's swinging in his sleep. Hi, Josie. Good morning. Hi, Cheshire. Hi, Dar. Cheshire cat is Dar. Let's see. Josie. Josie. Haven't seen you for a long time. Welcome, welcome, lady. Josie is from Italy. It's so neat to see the international folks in here. That is what I like about these early morning streams. Josie, I'm on my last project of the day, though. I'm going to paint the back of this. I don't know. Did she see the front? Let's pull the yuck off of the top here. Here, we'll turn it over just for Josie. I did this in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen last night. Ladybugs, and I'm going to cut them up into ATCs and make my doodle cards. And they're going to match these. So fun to do those Dirty Dozens. And pick 10s. Lisa does a pick 10. Let me get this out of the way here. Bugging me. It's bugging me. So this is my last act of the day because it has to dry. I can't work on it while it's wet. Well, I could sit with a heat gun and dry it, but it's getting about time to leave anyway. But this is so fun to do. I feel like a kid when I do this. And this red is really transparent, so it takes a couple coats. It stinks. This must be getting old. I had to reach over to that other shelf that I have there. I had it tucked behind. I don't know what happened to my other red, but this might be a good idea to use this up anyway. Ew! Craft paint gets old. It starts stinking. Is that a gunky there? Let's get that gunk off. And I think I mixed a little white with the other one, made it pink. Did I mix a little white on the back of this? Or was it yellow? No, I don't think I did. I have the bronze on it. It's kind of fun just to swish the paint around. And this is going to be the back of those cards anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's streaky, it's okay. I was thinking how fun it would be to do a huge watercolor on this size, but then I kind of dismissed it because I said, then what would I do with it? What would I do with it? If you had a mansion, you could frame it and hang it up. You don't have a mansion. But it would be fun to splash watercolor on this size of paper. Maybe I could just splash watercolor and cut it up for ATCs. I might do that sometime. But I can't afford a lot of watercolor, but it'd be fun to do. I got gunk on there. Wipe the gunk off. In Your Face Red for February. Lovey-dovey red. Lovey-dovey red. I'm getting hungry. The other morning I went and made toast. I was hungry for French toast. I didn't get my French toast made. I probably won't get it made today. Maybe some oatmeal. Oatmeal cooks up really fast. Let's put some more bronze on it. Should be using up that red though, because when it gets to stinking, you know that it's getting old. This is fun to do. I feel like a kid in school. I wonder if they teach art here in our local school. I don't have much to do with the public school. Probably should go knock on their door and ask them if they need an art teacher. And they say, "Are you a certified teacher?" And I'd say, "Well, no, but I can do art." Well, I'm sorry, we need a certificate. All right. There's more to teaching than painting, though. I mean, there's a lot more to teaching a high school class than the subject itself. It's probably why I should go. All right. Meri's done chattering. She's done painting. Except for, where's my dictionary? I can't put all my projects out on there. Let's open the page here and smear my paint off of my brush. Not much on there, but we'll get a good start on that page. All righty. Put it in the water. Put this down here. Okay, so today I repaired my drying box, put tabs on it. This is my drying box. It's a cigar box. We made this little, out of that paintbrush thing, we made something for all the pencils and put tabs on that. I put my little blender tools in a baggie, have my pencil sharpener. And G came up with a really good idea because this trim here, she said, scan it, because I was saying it's getting worn around. This is an old cigar box. It's getting worn. And she said, scan that and then use it as washi on the edges. What a great idea. So I got all kind of good ideas about that. I worked in my glue my scrappies. Glued scrappies. We carved a little ladybug stamp. I did something else too. Can't remember. Oh, I glued, for those of you who came in late, I have this, let me get it here. My stamps are on top of it. I have I don't know what I did with them. Here they are. I'm getting them. I have this sack of words just in a bag, and I dropped them all on the floor this morning. I had to pick them all up, but I'm putting them in a wax paper. I showed this last year. I started this last year. I'm putting rubber cement on the back of them, and I'm putting them in this wax paper. And let me get one. I can't do it one-handed, but the rubber cement comes up here. This one started. Rubber cement comes up pretty good, and then you can tack it back down again. And I had this under a bunch of books, so you can't put a lot of rubber cement on, and especially if you use thin paper, you just want to put a light dab of it on there. And you could probably use a repositionable glue stick. I'm not going to waste all my double-sided tape on this, but this keeps them all organized, my words. So I'm making this. So I glued a couple pages of these down, and then I made an extra page to demonstrate how I make my pages out of wax paper, which is just a piece of wax paper torn off with a paper bag strip on the end to keep it from tearing there. So I did that, and I did one other thing. Oh, I cut my little white sheets for my, here, we'll get those out. Cut my little sheets to go on my doodle cards here. So that's what I did this morning. I got a lot done. I get a lot done in these morning streams, and I can't touch that because it's all wet. So let me look at chat, and then we'll say goodbye. Well, you guys, Meri is going live again tonight. Yes. Doodle prompt session, and what else? Well, I think we'll do a list of things that I can do on the peg stamp. So we'll do a list of peg stamp ideas. And I'm not sure what else I do. I might work in I always do my angel book. I start out with gold on my angel book. I might cut this apart tonight because it'll be dry enough to cut. I might do a little work in toward the end. I need to work on Anne's snow globe. I don't know if I'll do that, but I need to get Anne's snow globe done. I have been, look, Joanne's got a sale now. They're trying to sell their fabric at 60% off, and I don't need fabric. Give me some scrapbooky stuff at 60% off, and I'll go. So let's see, what else are we talking about? Josie, which part of Italy do you live in? Sicily. Oh, you live in Sicily, Josie? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Cool. Sherry says, oh my gosh, when you said in your face red, I thought she was going to read my comment. Uh-oh, what did she say? Sherry Lynn, what did you say? Aunt Beck says, I've got an idea, but I'm keeping it secret so I can do a video. All right, Aunt Beck. That's legitimate. You got an idea. You just be sure you share it with us in a video, though. I'll be watching. I probably got dirty hands from painting. I got to go wash my hands. I keep bumping my hands in there. All right, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck's got a secret video coming up. What are we making? Still stunned from the slap. I'm so sorry, Sherry Lynn. That was my phone. I didn't do that. My phone slapped you. Hiya, Pinch of Art, if you're still in here. Oh, welcome. I invite you to my artworks, please. Are you saying to go to your channel? Let's go check out her channel. A Pinch of Art. Videos. Let's see what she does. Northern Lights, Mixed Media, A Tribute to Summer, Be the Change. You're doing an art journal pages here. Cupcake Relaxing Random Ink. BU Mixed Media Collage, Relaxing Random Ink Painting. Art Journaling. Love is Mixed Media Art Journal. Chocolate Love, Mixed Media Art. Wow, look at all these videos. Let's go to your about. Hi, my name is, I cannot pronounce your name. Is that Nisi? Nisi? My channel is for arts and crafts of all sorts, as mixed media canvas, mixed media texture art, and craft tutorials, card making, steampunk. I love a really nice about section here. You did a really nice job on your about section. You joined it. Well, you joined in September 1st, so you're a newbie. So, all right. You've done a nice job on your channel. You got these playlists going. You got a lot of videos going here. All right. Well, Meri will subscribe. A Pinch of Art. Tap the bell to get notifications. All right. I'll get all my notifications. A Pinch of Art. Welcome. Is it Nisi? Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Nisi? N-E-S-E? Matop owner? I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Where are you from? Are you international, Nisi? let's go back to my video here. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if she's hearing me. She's not answering me. She put in an invitation to go check out her channel, so I did. Joanne's has shifted back to the roots and focusing their business back to fabric. Yeah, it seems like they are, Aunt Beck. It does seem like they are. If you're in the market for fabric, and Aunt Beck would, I don't do a lot with fabric, but I have some ideas. I'm getting ready to get that $5 sewing machine out. I have some ideas for mixed media with that I'm not going to tell you until I do the video. Hi, Holly. Good morning. You just subbed to her too? She must not be chatting. She came in and dropped an invitation to go to her channel, so I did. Yes, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'll be going live tonight because I won't be on tomorrow night. I'm usually go live at 7:30 Central Time on Friday nights, 4:30 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I've been doing a lot of impromptus lately just because I have a lot I want to get done. All right, I think I caught up with everybody in chat. You wish you had a Joanne's there? I wish you did too. Midnight Mary, you sleep then. Well, you just get your rest, Linda, because we want you in here in the mornings. And as long as I have Linda and Becky, Linda, go check your Facebook. I sent a message out, so we need to start organizing our hangout. Heads up. You want to print on fabric? Oh, that would be fun. Get some muslin. Yeah. You could even print on your fabric with acrylic paint. Yeah. Josie says, me too. You're international people when we go live at nights. And that's one thing I love about the early morning streams is I get to talk to the international folks. Journey, you'll have to talk to Aunt Beck, Lisa, and Tanya about swaps. I don't organize swaps simply because I'm so overwhelmed that I just would not do a good job. I don't do a group for the same reason. I just would not. I would be cheating, you guys. I would be overcommitting, and I couldn't keep up with it. I would just But Aunt Beck does a really nice job in her group, and so does Lisa. But I think I don't know if Aunt Beck's closed her group again now. I think Lisa said her group is closed. They limit the membership, but they when people drop out, they do open it up for a bit. I think Tanya's group is still opening. Using your art. Aunt Beck says, there are companies that will print fabric for you, but it's quite expensive. Yeah. What is that one? There's a very popular one, Spoonflower. Spoonflower, I think it costs about $30 a yard to print your. Last time I looked, and it might have even gone up since then. Auntie Rose says, I'd like to do an ATC swap. Well, talk. I see Linda answered the. Linda, I see you answered you popped up here on my screen. Auntie Rowans is interested. If anybody's interested in doing an ATC swap, Aunt Beck might. Aunt Beck just did ATCs the other night and swapped some out. So Aunt Beck says she'll swap with you, Auntie Row. Auntie Row knows. So there you go. You two get together and do a swap. I'm kind of holding off on swaps right now. I did that image fussy cut swap, but I still have things that I need to get mailed out. I want to get caught up on all my mailings, and I want to get caught up on my snow globes, and then I might think about doing a swap again. Aunt Beck is organizing sometime in the future a bits and bops swap, which I think will be fun. So, all right. There you go, Auntie Row. There's Aunt Beck's email. You two can get together. I think I'm ready to call it a day. It's 8 o'clock here. So thank you all for coming in. It says I have 8 people in chat here. Oh, in top chat. I got 8 people here. What's the deal? It says I have 29 people over on my laptop. So do I have 8 people? How many people are in here? Can you guys see? My laptop says I have 29 people in here. My phone says I have 8 people. I've got 29. Well, what's with this phone? It says I have 8 people. Maybe if I close it out and open it up again. Let's see. Let's open up my live chat again. It still says 8 people. How weird. 8 active chatters, but 29 people. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, 8 active chatters. Well, how? On my laptop, it doesn't show that. My laptop just shows 29 people watching. Huh. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. If you have some time, do some art. That's okay. It's morning. Not everybody likes to chat early in the morning. I like to chat with you all. That's okay, Giovanna. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. I'm going to end the stream.